Hey y'all, good morning, good morning, good morning. And today I'm running a little bit behind y'all again. I don't know what is going on the last few days. Forgot my food in the house. Had to run back in the house and get my shake and my salad today. Lord have mercy. But I want to say good morning to y'all. I hope that y'all are doing well. I know today is already 7:30. It was almost 7:30 in the morning here in St. Louis. And it's 81 to darn degrees. I put it that way outside. So it's probably going to be close to a little bit over 100 today like it was yesterday here. And our humidity is usually very high. So it's probably going to be a heat index probably about 115-ish, probably. I don't know. Somewhere in that area. But like I said, I hope y'all doing well. When y'all get on, let me know where y'all tuning in from and what your temp is today, y'all. And the topic for today, the Car Chronicles. I'm trying to drive, so let me try to get like a little... This is one of the topics that I pulled out of the box this morning. Like I told y'all, I have this little Kleenex box that I have all these little topics in that I've been just throwing topics in since last year, I think. It was the year before. I think since last year. It was an old reused Kleenex box I used. So the topic that I pulled out this morning, it says, God calls you, but don't expect you to change who you are. That's what the topic is. And once I get on the main street, y'all, I'll get to... Y'all, I wish I had my camera. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Never mind. Like I said, I'm always going down Grand, y'all. Oh, Lord. And it's this person on the corner. You can tell possibly a prostitute, but it's a guy with a little wig on this morning. I'm like, Lord, y'all, leave the poor man alone. Please don't mess with him. I hope not. Get away. It's a fly. Shoot, it's in this car. It won't go away. Jesus. But he just switching away. I can't switch like that. I need to start switching like that, Lord. Go on, girl. Come on, car, before you get hit. What in the world? Lord, these people just... They're like they're about to turn out the parking lot, y'all. Okay, well, maybe I can go now. All right. So, I'm getting to the main street. So, like I said, the topic of the video is that God calls you, but don't expect you to change who you are. I'm going to make sure I got that right because I forget why I'm driving. But like I said, definitely for those who believe in God or believe in the higher power, that kind of thing, spiritual, whoever you believe in, your angels, your ancestor, actual God, that kind of thing, or whatever religion you are called to do something while you're on this earth. And I don't know if you all caught when I read the book, The Purpose-Driven Life for about 2 months, I think. Month and a half, almost 2 months. And it was talking about, of course, finding out what your purpose the purpose that God has for you in your life. I know a lot of us, of course, talk about a lot of things as far as what purpose is and what purpose looks like. And from when I read that book, it says nothing about what I've heard from nobody, actually. The purpose, I'm trying to remember, it was a few things. But I can only remember a few, I think, maybe like 1 or 2. But I guess to me, the main purpose was to, of course, serve God and to, of course, serve the people on the earth. I guess I put it that way. With whatever kind of skills you have, with whatever kind of abilities that you may have. It just seems like, golly, my glasses got a piece of hair on it. It just seems like when it comes to purpose and when it comes to being called, it seems like everybody has something totally different to say. As far as the purpose is what you're good at, or the purpose is all these kind of things. And like I said, from what I've gathered from that book, The Purpose-Driven Life was, the purpose of your life is to, of course, live like God would live. I guess live the best as you can, as far as following the 10 Commandments and any other teachings that God may have had in the Bible. Also, like I said, to, of course, serve, to be, of course, a willing servant to help the people and that kind of thing to the best of your ability, and to, of course, your income and your time and that kind of thing too. But because you got to serve yourself first, but just making sure that you're serving the world as well with whatever talents that God gave you. And like I said, once God calls you, of course, God does not expect for you to, of course, change who you are in order to show up. Come on, lady. She in the middle of the street asking for money, about to get hit down. Come on. Goodness, be safe, lady. But like I said, God knows who you are. God created you and made you. Whoever God you believe in created you and made you. And like I said, I'm sure that person, the entity, does not expect for you to change the entire being of who you are in order to, of course, please and to serve them. In order to serve the world as well. If you're one who, I don't know, shows up, have you look or have you talk or whatever the case may be, then just do that. Be yourself. The main thing that I got from this little quote that I wrote down, I'm not even sure where I got it from actually, But it's to, of course, be yourself. If God's calling you, just be yourself. God knows that you may curse. God knows that you may say different things in your videos, I'm sure, like I do. God knows that you may show up, I don't know, wearing tank tops and shorts or whatever it is. Oh, my God. Okay, flying people. Flying down the middle lane in front of all this traffic. Hopefully you don't hit nobody. But like I said, God expects for you to show up being who you are, not being a fake person. Not being a person that he has no idea who in the heck you are. Like I said, that's something that we must realize. I know, like I said, a lot of, when we hear different folks talking about our purpose, our calling, our ministry, and all these types of things are actually, to me, all one and the same. It's just a different way that you show up. And like I said, from what I understood from that book, The Purpose-Driven Life, What on Earth Are We Here For, is that you're showing up, practicing the principles that God taught you. In the Bible, wherever you, or whichever book you all may have, the Quran, the Kabbalah, whatever you all may read, or any kind of other spiritual practice. Buddhism, whatever it is, wherever those people taught you. Showing up how they can show up the best you can. Following whatever their 10 commandments or whatever their society commandments or life commandments, that kind of thing is. And of course, being yourself. Like I said, we hear a lot of stuff about purpose and all these kind of things, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, that confuses us all. Showing up as godly or spiritual as you can, coming from love. And of course, serving the world with whatever kind of gifts and talents that God gave you. That's how God, the spiritual realm, whoever it is, wants you to show up. And what your purpose is and what they hope to see you doing, I guess I put it that way. Like I said, a lot of folks, because I was very confused before I read that book, The Purpose-Driven Life. Very confused on what the hell am I here for? What am I supposed to be doing? Yes, it's fine and dandy to have, of course, I can bake well, I can talk well, I can do coaching well, I can, I don't know, connect people well, whatever it is. I can run a business well, or I can work well, you can run well, you can walk out nature well, whatever it is. Yes, you can do those things well. But we have to realize that that's not the actual purpose that God has, even though people will tell you that it is, whatever you like to do. But like I said, as I read that book and as I realized that folks were not telling me the right thing, I stopped listening to those people, stopped following the masses, and started doing what the book said God said to do and how to show up. I'm not telling you to do the same thing, do as you please. If you want to know what book I'm talking about, it's The Purpose-Driven Life, What on Earth Am I Here For, by Pastor Rick Warren. I read that book about 2 months ago or so. On live, actually. I got permission from the author and the publishing company to, of course, read it online. It just couldn't live there, but I had to erase them afterwards. But like I said, I got permission to read that book on live. And like I said, I learned a whole lot of things. It just seems like we're told, the masses are told a totally different thing than what our God or what your spiritual God, Buddhism, whoever you believe, Buddha, whoever you believe in, has told you to do. They'll tell you all kind of things. But like I said, whatever your calling is, whatever those gifts and talents that your God or your higher power gave you, then do those things. But you don't have to change who you are in order to show up. I know I tried out going here in St. Louis. I've been to probably over 20 to 30 churches, I'm sure. Back in the day, back in my late teens, in my 20s, I'm sure. Now, actually, I went to, I think, a few of my 30s, too. You know, they tell you or have different traditions and all those types of things, how they want you to show up when you step to their doors. But like I've always told them, regardless as to whether I come in a skirt or a dress or some leggings or a t-shirt or some jeans and a t-shirt and tennis shoes, in my mind, since I was a kid, I've always said, going to church or those kind of places, show up as you are. God said, even though I didn't even believe in God back then, I've always said to come as you are. And I know that's part of how you're supposed to show up. Not showing up being anybody different. I understand. I went to a Pentecostal church. That was back, I know I was in my 20s. I was told, of course, I think I had on some dress pants and like a nice little shirt and that kind of thing. Was told that I could not return back there unless I wore a skirt. Like I told them that I just won't be coming back here then. Like I said, I'm going to show up how I want to show up. I guess I put it that way. And it's not that I'm just wanting to do what I want to do. My thing is, if you're coming to get a message from God, if you're coming to get whatever the word is, you can show up how the hell you want to show up. It should be that way. But people put so many constrictions and that kind of thing on how we should show up and how we should look, what we should say. We can't curse that we're too Christian, blah, blah, all this kind of stuff. You can't drink, which I don't drink or do drugs, that kind of thing anyway, but still, folks have their own vices, sins, or whatever the heck you want to call it. And they're going, and I don't believe holding folks back, even if they're in gangs or have killed folks, whatever, been in prison, whatever it is. I don't believe in stopping folks from coming into a house of God or a place of God or a place of worship or a temple, whatever it is, just because of the way they look or the way that they may sound. Just because it don't look like you, it doesn't mean anything. And like I said, that's the same way I anticipate, and that's how I see that God says the same thing. When you're called, show up as you are. I don't want to see you changed and doing all these things and trying to change your hair. And I mean, you can always look nice. I mean, however you want to look is up to you. You want to wear makeup, however you show up. Like I said, but just be yourself. I know that's what God is saying as well. I think I got this from Pastor Todd's, one of his sermons. I don't know. I think I may have. I'm trying to remember where I even got this little quote from and this topic from. But like I said, definitely show up as you are. Like I said, that's what that reminds me of, and that's what that takes me back to. Remembering all those times I tried to go to church and this kind of thing, and trying to hear a word from God, and try to just to understand it, because I didn't understand it back then at all. I just knew what I saw, knew what the folks tried to force up on me, or the clothes, and you got to come looking nice, or you can't come in jeans, and all the stuff that you cannot do, instead of just hearing the word of God and trying to learn what the word of God was for me back then. Now, I know I'm not the only one I'm talking to in this video either. People want you to show up to be somebody that you're not. And I'm sure God does not want it that way. I'm sure that. God made you to be a unique individual person. Regardless as to how you look, how you may sound, what you may say, how you may come across. God made you as a unique individual. Each one of us. Or your higher power, whoever it is, made you as a unique individual. Everybody's not going to be doing the same exact thing. If that's the case, we'll all be in Pleasantville somewhere. I don't know if y'all ever saw that movie Pleasantville, where everything was black and white and everything was yes baby, yes this, and yes ma'am, and blah blah. It was just like a perfect little world, I guess to put it that way. Everybody dressed the same. Everybody had their little house and picket fence and a dog and 2 kids or something like that. But that movie came out back in like late 90s, early 2000s. If y'all haven't seen it, y'all check it out. It's called Pleasantville. Very interesting movie, actually. But like I said, definitely, this is not Pleasantville. You're not created like a Pleasantville. You're created like the person that God created you to be. Like I said, I'm sure God, or whoever your higher power is, don't want you to show up being a fake you. We don't want you to show up. I don't want you to show up being fake either, having a mask on, all this kind of stuff. I want you to show up however you are. And if that means you curse in your videos sometimes, okay, but then do that. On your post or whatever it is, then do that. I'm sure your higher power of God knows that you curse. They all do. I'm sure they do. It ain't like it's something new. But folks place things on you. Oh, you shouldn't do this because you're talking about God, or you shouldn't do this because you're coming to this place of worship, or whatever it is. Show up how you gonna show up. That's all I got to say about that one. Like I said, that's just me. I guess that's just how I come off with things, and that's how I've always came off with things. I know that's why I call my business Speak Your Truth. I don't like for somebody to show up not being their authentic selves, which I see that a lot anyway. I've been seeing it a lot. Even in the churches, the stuff I tried to go to, even in my community I was in, folks showing up being inauthentic all the time because they're afraid of what other folks are going to say about them. Especially when it came to places of worship, and especially when it came to the like employment, like jobs and stuff like that. They're afraid to show up being who they are. Now, I understand there's a certain professionalism. I understand that in the office or whatever else. Trust me, I understand there's rules. I understand that. But at some point, you still have to be who you are, because if not, following those rules, not saying that you should show up cursing, hollering, yelling, that kind of thing. I'm not saying that. But sometimes following those rules will keep you stuck in the place that you don't even want to be in. And that means if that's you, I guess I put it that way, if I'm speaking to you, I guess, in this video, and you're having a hard time showing up, being who you are, then that means you have to change something within you. And start figuring out who you actually are, so that you can show up as that person. Like I said, my coaching business ain't called Speak Your Truth for nothing. Like I said, that's what I've always wanted to see with the people I've always known. Even folks I have no idea who they are, but I may see their video, I may see their post, or that kind of thing. You can tell when somebody's showing up fake. At least I can tell. I don't know if anybody else can tell, but I can tell. That they're showing up not being who they are. Trying to put on the show for people, or trying to outdo the next person, or trying to show up being some kind of guru of some sort. Be yourself. We all have mistakes. We all backslide for whatever reason. And that's okay. I'm a person just like anybody else myself. We all backslide at some point. So why show up fake like that? Like I said, to me. I know some folks, it may take a while, of course, for them to, of course, come into themselves, which I understand that. So do the best you can. Is how I look at that, at whatever point that you're at. But at some point, if I'm talking to you and this is offending you in some kind of way, that must mean that this message is for you. I don't want to see you keep showing up fake, not being the person that you are. Now, God says He doesn't either. When you show up, be who you are. There's no reason to be anybody else. Those people can care less who you are. I don't know if you want to, because I've seen folks trying to be like a Kim Kardashian or Cardi B and all these kind of things, like some of the young girls I've seen. I'm like, for what? Those folks are putting on the show for entertainment, to make money, I guess, for y'all to buy. I'm sure they don't, but some of them may dress like that every day. I really don't know, which I doubt it. That's just what they show us. I guess I put it that way, to get the prestige across, and to get the fame across, and to get the whatever else, I guess, the sexual vibes across. I guess I put it that way. And I'm sure God is having them show up the way. I hope that to God that they're being themselves, showing up that way as well, in that kind of manner. Because I know some people in the music industry are forced to show up that way, to sell the records, to sell the act, or whatever it is. I just hope that they're showing up the way God wants them, if they believe in God or whoever they believe in, to show up as well. And like I said, when we're called, show up as you are, y'all. God does not expect for you to be perfect. There are no perfect people anyway. We all live perfect within our imperfections. And I got that, I think, from Lisa Nichols said that. I believe that, yeah, Lisa Nichols said that. One of her speeches along, like, throughout the years or whatnot. God does not expect for you to be perfect, whether He's giving you opportunities or not. He wants you to show up so that He can give you more, in my eyes, to give you more opportunities, to give you more, I guess to make sure that you obey what He's saying. It's what just popped in my head, I guess, to put it that way. Show up how you are, and doing whatever the gifts, the talents, and that kind of thing that your higher power or that God has given you. Like I said, there's no reason to change who you are. Just show up. Somebody needs for you to show up that way. Somebody needs to see you showing up, not being that perfect looking Pleasantville person, or that perfect looking celebrity person with all the gold and jewelry and diamonds and all this kind of stuff on. Somebody needs to see you show up in that manner, being exactly who you are, so that they can listen to your message. Somebody else out there, I'm sure, needs a transformation of what you got to say, but you have to show up first, being who you are. I know that no matter what I'm on this earth here for, whatever God has called me to do, I know that people are waiting on me. I guess I put it that way. That's why I'm showing up however I am, even if it's in this car chronicle. Y'all have seen me on videos, taking out my braids, all kind of stuff going on. I'm showing up with the message I got. That's how I look. I know some folks may not do that. That's fine. I'm showing up how I am. Like I said, I'm not going to stop showing up how I am because somebody may have said, or, girl, your hair looks this way, or where's your makeup, or you ain't got no, I don't know, better looking clothes or shoes, I don't know, whatever. Your lights don't look well, or we can't barely hear you, or your phone is muffled, or whatever. I don't know, whatever it is. But like I said, definitely show up however you are, with whatever you got. If all you got is a cell phone like me, then just show up that way then. That's why I do my videos on this. I think I did it on my laptop when I had a better laptop. I think I did it like once or twice. But like I said, use this on my cell phone. Show up as you are. I don't have a light in the car and all this kind of stuff. Let's fly in here. Lord, get out of here, fly. Get out of my car. Lord, Jesus, it's a fly in here. Oh, and I see Sis Sharitha, thank you for tuning in. I hope that you're doing well. And I'm driving, so I can't see all the comments, but I'll definitely check them out shortly once I get to work. But like I said, definitely show up as you are. Like I said, somebody needs to hear your voice. regardless as to how you look. Some folks, well, I know, of course, self-esteem, that kind of thing comes into play as well. I know how folks, of course, they look ugly or they're her short or whatever it is. It does not matter what them folks are saying about you. Show up however you are. Once you get your self-esteem in check, I guess I put it that way. So I know sometimes being bullied and being talked about will give you low self-esteem, will make you feel bad, will make you not want to show up and keep you in that same spot you've been in. But at some point, we have to realize that that's those folks' opinions. God made you however God or your higher power is going to make you. And that was for a reason, I'm sure. No matter what they're saying about you. I was talked about as well. Okay, so some of those folks are actually on my Facebook page. Facebook friends on my page now. I don't talk to them every day, no. But some of them, yes, have made fun of me back in high school, grade school, stuff like that, middle school. They're on my page right now. Don't know if they're listening there, have no idea. Don't honestly care. But like I said, I was made fun of too. Like I said, usually things come full circle like that. The folks who made fun of you, the folks that talked about you, the folks that tried to dog you out, saying you ain't gonna be shit and all this kind of stuff, or you was ugly, who gonna follow you and all this kind of stuff. Those are the ones who usually come back full circle to listen to what the hell you gotta say. They don't want you to have that power. I don't know. I know I've been reading the Bible and trying to read and understand and that kind of thing. From what I understand, the evil spirits and that kind of thing, the devil, whatever you all want to call them, works through certain people, but can work through people as well to stop you from going forth in your own gifts and in your own calling. And to me, that's what a lot of that is. Haters, whatever you want to call it, devils, whichever word you want to use. They're trying to stop you from your greatness is how I look at it. And like I said, at some point we have to realize that we can't listen to those small-minded people. Let them stay stuck where they at. If that's how it's going to be. You can't carry everybody along with you. You can't please everybody. And I'm not going to please the same thing as you. I'm not going to please everybody either. You can't do it either. There's no way to even do that. You can't please everybody in the world and expect to, of course, to serve God and to serve the people and doing all these things, but scared to get out here and say something because of what somebody said about you. To hell with those people. You have work to do. Like I said, that's how I always look at things. You have work to do, so what they have to say. No one cares. If they want to try to stop your gift, let them try to go ahead, but you keep on moving forward. So with that, y'all, I'm going to have to go ahead and get out of here because I'm actually to the office now and it's 83 degrees. Like I said, let me know where y'all tuning in from. I'm in St. Louis, Missouri currently. I'll be moving soon, but like I said, definitely let me know where y'all tuning in from and what y'all temperature is today. And Sister Aretha, I see a lot of your comments. Like I said, I will comment on those throughout the day today once I get into the office and all that kind of thing and get settled, that kind of thing. But I definitely want to thank you for tuning in and thank anybody that's, of course, coming to look at the replay. Thank you all for tuning in as well. In the video earlier, but there is a link in the description of the video to my link tree. There is an ebook called Where Are You? If you're trying to figure out who you are, trying to be the best person that you can be and trying to show up who you are as well, make sure that you get the ebook that will help you try to redesign your life and to help you show up as the person that you know that you can be. So like I said, go ahead and get the ebook. It's free. There's no charge for it. It's less than a 15-minute read. It should be less than 15-minute read, I guess I put it that way. Maybe 20 minutes at the most. But it's a short read, and it's, of course, like I said, something to help you figure out who you are and how you want to show up, y'all. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Again, this is Tonetta Clay, your social worker, your certified life coach, and your girl, your homie. Like I said, I'm getting off of here this morning. So I go ahead and get to work. I want to say thank y'all for all those who watched the replay and for all those who, of course, tuned in live today. Y'all have a blessed day. Take care.